be cooking at dinner by Heston Blumenthal under head chef Ashley Palmer-Watts.
Ashley is that kind of chef who doesn't miss a beat.
One quail, one celery, please.
Yes, sir.
I started cooking when I was about 13. It's been a lot of hard work to get to where I am today.
Opened in 2011, Dinner earned a coveted second star in 2013 and ranks at number 7 in the San Pellegrino World's Best 50 Restaurants, the highest ranking UK restaurant.
The menu at Dinner is inspired by old English recipes. Ashley digs up these wonderful old medieval dishes and revamps them, brings them back to life with style and panache.
The food here in this restaurant is historically inspired, so going back to 1300 in this country, going over old documents, old books, talking to food historians. Believe it or not, they're actually pretty technical back in those days as well, so some things are actually quite surprising that are difficult by modern day standards. There's actually so much undiscovered literature and dishes that we should be and can be very, very proud of in this country.
What is unusual about Dinner is that it serves up to 170 diners each service, an amount almost unheard of in a restaurant at this level.
By having 2 contestants in the kitchen during service today is a massive risk. On their first day launching into 170 cover service, there's a lot of expectation. I think what makes a great chef is that willingness to learn, and they want to work hard, just totally immersed in food and want to get better.
I feel very excited, very privileged. I've always wanted to go in this restaurant to eat, let alone be in the kitchen behind the scenes. But on that note, I'm still very nervous because this is a crazy high standard.
Ashley's food really excites me. He looks to the past for inspiration and then looks to the future for technique. I'm over the moon and I just want to deliver the goods now. I want to get in the kitchen and I want to impress him.
Hi there, Ashley, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, how you doing? So, welcome to Dinner. You're going to be working in the kitchen tonight as one of the team. One of you will be on the fish section and one will be on the hot starters. We'll learn the dishes this afternoon and then we'll taste them, really understand what they are, and then we'll go through the process of you cooking them for me. Tonight we have 170 covers booked. We've got an open kitchen, so everyone's going to be looking as well. There's nowhere to hide. We've got to work to a really, really high standard tonight. But nothing leaves this kitchen until it's perfect. If it's not right, we'll just do it again and again until it is right. Follow me.
In service, Adam will be cooking frumenty, a medieval-inspired dish of grilled octopus served with sunfire on spelt barley, with smoked mussel broth, pickled dulse, pickled cedro lemon, and a lovage emulsion.
Frumenty is an old dish that you used to take to someone's house as a gift to the host around Christmas time and New Year. So we've got grilled octopus, cooked sous vide with olive oil for 4 hours. So it's really, really tender. Some cockles that have been flamed in a pan, a little bit smoky. And the whole dish is brought together with smoked mussel stock. The most important thing is getting the octopus on first. A little bit of olive oil, a little season, flat side down on a blancher. That's kind of the maximum colour you want, okay? Like that. This is garlic butter. This just helps keep it nice and moist as well as the flavour. Straight into the oven on the shelf. When the starter is called, get it straight on. We like to have all our starters on the table within 10 minutes, so we have to be pretty quick. This is the smoked mussel stock, and then into there, 20 grams of cooked barley and 5 grams of pickled dulse. So every dish here has got a precise weight on everything, and that's really how we look to achieve consistency as much as we possibly can. I'm pretty stubborn and strict. I know what I want and I know what I like. A perfectionist through and through, probably a bit OCD as well, you know. But I think it's important, it's attention to detail. Without that, you're not going to achieve the standard. We're just going to add the cockles, just to warm them through very gently, and the pickled cedro, which is 5 grams. So here's the octopus. Now we can see it's actually really tender. Feel that. It's really important that we don't disrupt these tentacles too much, the suckers, they will fall off. So now we're going to plate the dish. We'll start with the lovage emulsion. And what you want to do is hold this not quite down, but let it kind of fall out. Get a nice little point. 1, 2, 3. So with plating, just take your time. This is where we can undo all the good work we've done so far. Little bit of texture left in the samphire. It's just got that slight bend in it, not completely soft. So we'll take 2 pieces of the fresh pickled dulse, just lay them on. Then strain the stock out. And then one last thing, just a piece of ice plant on the top. And then we have it.
I think it's beautiful. It's delicious.
I think with this dish, cooking octopus, it sounds easy. It isn't as easy as it seems. If we overcolour it on the plancha, it won't have that texture. So it's really, really important that everything is done really precisely.
I think if I practice once, then or twice, then I should be okay.
We'll be pretty full on.
Yep. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of these chefs. You know, I look up to Ashley, he's a tremendous chef, so if I make myself look stupid in front of him, that's not what I want.
Stephen will be cooking the roast turbot during service, which is served with leaf chicory, sea vegetables, and a cockle ketchup. This dish is inspired by the preserving and pickling methods used in the 18th century.
We're going to cook the turbot sous vide with just a tiny amount of olive oil in the water bath. It'll be around 37 degrees, depending on size. After it goes on the plancha, we'll give it a slight flash under the salamander just before it goes on the plate and drained. It'll be at 42 degrees, and we do use a probe, and it has to be right. So first things first, in the water bath, 8 minutes. Start the timer. The attention to detail in the kitchen is about precision and using equipment to measure those precisions. So using probes, using water baths, there's no guesswork. 25 grams of something is 25 grams, it's not 20. We're going to get the chicory on, about 2.5, 3 minutes out from going on the table. Lid off, this is garlic butter emulsion. Leaf chicory goes in, and lid on. So our other garnishes are the siesta and the purslane, both cooked in plain emulsion. We're just going to soften that slightly. It takes 1 minute, and about 1 minute on the siesta as well. Have you used these vegetables before?
I haven't used sea vegetables before.
A little bit of olive oil on the plancha, and it'll be very, very gentle. Just a very light press, just to make sure everything is in contact. When it's ready, it won't stick. If it's sticking, it's not ready to be turned. Nice, even colour. So that's the fish cooked. You've got a minute now. We're going to flash it just before it goes on the plate. Right, now we plate. So the chicory onto the flat. This on its own has quite a bitterness. Tasting the food all night long is what we need to do. There's a right way of doing it, because obviously we're on show as well, but we must taste throughout the evening. Just to finish, just a few drops of lemon juice. Everything we do has got to be even. Always choose the nice side to the customer, so I always dress the plate as I'm the customer. Next is the cockle ketchup, which is a mussel stock. And then into that we chop some pickled shallots, gherkins, capers, parsley, coriander and chives. We'll then just warm through these flame cockles. The historical element to this dish is the ketchup. We discovered that there was cockle ketchup, cucumber ketchup, mushroom ketchup. It was a way of not only preserving, but that condiment style of sweet, sour, salty and savoury. We have the sea purslane. Just a little bit of this really great olive oil, just a little bit. And then to finish, just the raw sea rosemary. And that's it. So there's the finished dish. What do you think?
I think it looks great.
Can you do it?
I can do that.
Please.
I think it's a great dish. I love the flavours, some like subtle background flavours.
It's pretty sunny out there right now, so it could be a busy night on the fish. We'll see. Ready?
I'm ready. What struck me about the food is how precise everything is, and there's not much room for error. I'm going to be under the pressure tonight. These are new dishes for me, and I just hope I can hit the nail on the head.
It is a huge ask. It would be terrifying. 170 covers at this level with an open kitchen with everybody watching. It's not easy.
170 covers, yes. That's the scary part. I don't think I've ever been in a restaurant with that many covers, to be honest. So we'll see how that one goes.
I'd love to impress Ashley. I'd love him to say, that's exactly how I want it. That would mean the world to me. He's a great chef and I look up to him.
Service at dinner is about to kick off and will run for the next 5 hours.
If they pay attention and concentrate and don't get too nervous, then I think they'll be fine. Who knows? It's a service. You never know how it's going to go. Okay, check on lamb broth, octopus, salmon, pork, duck, pigeon, please. Let's go 6 minutes, please, Adam.
On the hot starter section, orders come in almost immediately for Adam's octopus dish.
Adam, nearly there?
Octopus in 30 seconds.
Great. Sit. Sit high, Adam, where you can. Just a little bit more attention on the height, okay?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That one's going to go.
Yeah, very good. Lots to do on the plate, and I'm trying to still remember how to do it.
I ordered the grilled octopus. Yeah, first class. The presentation is something that's very important in restaurants of this calibre.
Okay, check on 2 octopus, please.
Yes, chef.
Stephen has to wait for the rush of main orders to begin.
Just want to get into the swing of things now, get that first order in and under my belt, and carry on from there.
Adam?
Yes, chef.
Next one's 2.5 behind, okay? Think about height there, Adam, okay? Yeah, it's getting there. That's good, very good. Nice one, well done. Excellent. So far, so good. Dishes are looking good, neat and tidy. It's working on a little bit of natural height, but no, everything's right. I haven't had to send one back yet, so very good. I'm impressed. Check on 3 meat through, 1 porridge, 1 turbot, 1 cod.
30 minutes in, and Stephen has got his first order for the turbot made.
Stephen, 6 minutes on the turbot.
Before presenting his dish to Ashley, Stephen must check each piece of fish is exactly 42 degrees centigrade.
Yeah, this is bang on. That's.
Fish ready?
Yeah.
Put the fish on,
Yeah.
Astor on, ketchup on, and then the sea pasta, right? Right, yeah, that's it. Yep, ketchup on. There, you grab the olive oil. Okay, yep, not bad, not bad. A little bit of neatness to work on here. Not bad at all. Just got to work on the plating, a little bit of finesse, but everything's cooked right at the moment, so that's the most important thing. Stephen, 4 minutes, next turbot.
Yes, chef.
That's a little bit better, Stephen. Getting there, a little bit neater. 2 minutes, next one up.
Yes, chef.
I ordered the turbot. I've cleared my plate, so it's okay.
Service has now been running for 90 minutes, and the restaurant is full.
Okay, check on 1 meat through, 1 octopus, 1 salmon, 1 turbot, cod pork, please.
Yes, chef.
With the service in full swing, orders for both Adam and Stephen's dishes are coming in thick and fast. But for Ashley, there is no let-up on his Michelin-starred standards.
There's a black end on the lid. You need to just keep your eye out for everything. New one, in a bin.
Yep.
New one. Let's go, quick. Look at everything all the time, okay?
This is definitely different to my normal work. Actually, it's the most precise chef I've ever came across.
Okay, go, good, go.
Everything about it is all precise. This is a military machine here.
Okay, check on meat through, lobster, octopus, 2 pork, please.
Yes, chef.
The service, sometimes it comes at quite high intensity, and that's when it really is going to start to wobble a little bit. But the main thing is you've got to get it right. We can go now, Adam.
When you're back to come through.
Let's do another one. So they're all the same. Take your time. Always be your own worst critic, you know? Ask yourself, is it right? Yep, good. Good. Hot broth, please. Good. Happy with that?
Yes, chef. This is the type of cooking that I love doing. I want to do more of. Definitely.
Okay, check on 2 meat fruit, 1 turbot, 1 fillet, medium rare, please.
Yeah, turbot sales are picking up. This is quite unique because it's been thrown in the deep end straight away. So it's quite a challenge.
2 minutes, Stephen.
We should. Just left the fish on the buncher too long, slightly overcooked. Got to do another one. Should be on 42, and that one was on 52, so it's 10 over there.
Stephen, make sure this next one's right, okay? Okay, ready on the turbot? What it is this when after you put it on the planter, it just continues to cook.
I understand.
So over 3-4 minutes or we're into the next one, that's when it just carries on. Yeah, they're okay. They just work a little bit more on the finesse, but it's practice. Just need practice.
Really intense. What I find it difficult is just keeping up with the pace of the kitchen. It's a very fast kitchen.
Okay, next one up. We need it ready, done in 2, okay?
We're coming in now. I've not worked in a kitchen this busy before. Not at all. Especially at this level.
Let's go, quick. We need to move a bit faster on these 2 octopus, please.
Yes, chef. Watch your legs, please. This one's 53, this one's 80. One of them, I need another 30 seconds.
Okay, get it back in, quick. Don't do too much.
Watch your legs, please, again. Legs, please, legs. Behind you, very hot. Behind you, very hot.
Okay, 1 broth in, ice plant, and we can go on this table. That's good, right, 2 more up next. Add them off this one, yeah?
Yes, chef.
Got to be perfect. He has been busy, so the more you do, the better you get at it. Yeah, this one's much better. We've got a little bit more kind of height going on, a little bit more open. That's a lot better there, Adam. Just need to work on the speed here, okay? Yeah. So these 2 nice and quick.
I ordered fermenting, it was grilled, and it was cooked to perfection.
Get news yet? Oh yeah, it's just like... Do you remember stuff like that?
So get this timing right, Stephen, okay? Wait, make sure we don't go over on that turbot, okay? Yes, chef. Okay, coming down with the turbot?
Yes, chef.
That's it, good. Better colour on that one, Stephen. Look great. Turbot looks really nice, Stephen.
Sure.
It's almost 11 p.m. and the long service continues.
1 fillet medium, 1 duck, please.
Yes, sir.
Despite their exhaustion, Adam and Stephen must up the momentum.
Good. Yeah, it's looking good. It's doing well. Good. Well done. There you go, 31.
I'm happy, you know, I'm working with the guys. They made me feel so welcome as well. I am buzzing. This is why I became a chef.
Stephen?
Yeah.
Make sure these 4 turbot all look the same sort of shape, okay? So look for that similarity in those 4.
Yes, chef.
Need to be there in 3 minutes, okay?
Please, chef. These are all bang on, mate. They're all between 41 and 42.
That was great, Stephen. 4 turbot, brilliant. Nice one. Well done. Chef. Okay, that's the last check. Thank you.
I really did enjoy the grilled turbot. The couple ketchup was sweet and salty, and it was actually quite exciting all together. Really happy about those last plates of food. It's been a long service. It's been tough, lots of emotions. Overall good.
I think coming into this kitchen, doing this number of covers on new equipment, I think they should be very proud. I thought it was very good. Adam on the octopus, he had a little wobble when it got a little bit busy, but he took on board the constructive criticism, saw him get stronger and stronger through the night. I thought he did very well.
It was very nerve-wracking coming in, not knowing absolutely anything, and only showing the dish once. It's a lot of work for one plate, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Stephen, a little bit slow to get going, but you never know how much of a certain dish you're going to sell. He had a lot of turbot on order in the end, and it got a little bit busy for him, and I'm sure he felt it, but he did very well.
I feel exhausted and emotional, but at the end of it, I feel really happy. I feel like I've done a good job, and I've done what I've come here to do. So I feel great.
It's early morning of day 2, and Adam and Stephen return to dinner for their final challenge, to cook salamagandi, one of Ashley's signature dishes. Based on an 18th century salad recipe, the dish is made up with chicken oysters, roasted salsify, bone marrow, a horseradish cream, grated fresh horseradish, forage leaves, served with a chicken vinaigrette and pickled walnuts.
Salamagandi is one of the signature dishes at dinner, and it's been on the menu since day 1. It's light, yet rich, yet full of flavour, and just great to eat. In terms of the execution of the dish, this is actually quite tricky. There's a lot of different elements, and each one has their specific method. You've got the chicken oysters, which are cooked sous vide in smoked duck fat, and just roast until they're lightly golden. We then roast salsify on the plancha. You can overdo it quite quickly. Pop the bone marrow in just to warm it through very, very gently. If it's too hot, it will just disappear and just melt. Read that recipe, understand it, read it again. It will be their interpretation. They haven't seen the dish, so it'll be very interesting to see how they take that information and transfer it onto the plate.
The recipe is basic. There are no details of how the dish should be presented.
The thing for me is getting all the elements right and plating it up nicely, making it look fresh. It's hard enough cooking your own dish for a chef like Ashley, but to cook his dish, his expectations are going to be through the roof.
The thing I'm most worried about is just making sure that each element that's had a lot of work put into it is executed to the standard as Ashley's used to.
Okay, pretty good effort on presentation. Let's see what it tastes like. The execution on the cooking the chicken oysters, the bone marrow is not too soft, it's soft enough. The glazing of the salsify was all really good, absolutely spot on. There was enough dressing, good flavour, good balance. The only negative thing I would say is, just the condition of one of these red leaves. Should spot these things as you're plating. We must look at every single thing that goes on the plate. But to come into the kitchen, learn a dish in the afternoon from just the recipe, half an hour in the kitchen, totally blind. I think you should be proud of that.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it a lot. I'd like to think I did myself proud. There's only so much you can do when you know nothing about a restaurant. I used my head, I used my chef's instinct, and I think I did well.
First things first, presentation. A pretty good effort, looks good. It's laid in a nice way that you're going to eat your way through. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so in terms of execution here, cooking the chicken oysters is great. The bone marrow is perfect. Enough dressing, absolutely perfect. Just a little bit more of the onion and horseradish gel on the bottom would have been good, and a little bit more grated horseradish. Yeah. But this is being really pernickety.
The two things that concerned me was the gel on the bottom and the horseradish on top. You know, because it's a tricky flavour to get.
It is.
I think I probably went under on this occasion. I've probably played it a bit safe. You know, just because I was a bit nervous about doing that.
The thing that really impresses me is that you've thought about that. And you've thought about that as part of building the dish. And you've thought about it and played it safe. But safe is better than being way over the top. So I would say you made the right choice. It's a very, very good attempt. And I'll be pretty happy with that if one of the chefs attempted that for the first time in the kitchen.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for this opportunity. This experience means so much to me. Ashley's one of my favourite chefs, and you know, to have the privilege not only to cook for him, but to sit down with him and do one of his dishes, I don't think many chefs can say that. So I feel really, really, really happy.
At this stage, with what I've seen, it's very hard to split them. To handle this kind of pressure and learning at this rate, you've got to be 100% focused and committed. I think they've both got bright futures ahead.
I think the next round is going to be the hardest because, well, there's a lot of pressure. That's the last chance. If I take everything that I've been taught, I think I should be all right.
I believe this experience will help me to move forward. Ashley's got the highest of standards, and even if I've just taken like 1% of that away with me today, I think it can do a great job with me in this competition.
I can't wait to see them in here, Monica. Bring them in and unleash them.
Good to see you again, chefs. Don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what you've learnt. Today, you've got to go all out. We know how talented you two are. Make us some amazing plates of food. We expect nothing less.
This is it, guys. Your chance to grab that place in the final. 2 hours, 2 plates of food. Off you go. I must say, Ashley was impressed by our 2 chefs. Very impressed. But they have to now prove it to us. We're going to get beautiful food. That is for sure. Adam's food and his style combinations are always based on classics, which is great. I love that style.
He's a talented chef who delivers amazing tasting food. Everything he's plated so far has been stunning.
I picked these dishes because it's things I love to eat. I've been getting into work at 5 in the morning to practice for this. I've literally tried to pick out every fault that could possibly happen and fix it. and then bang on with a 16-hour shift, and then again the same day. Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted. My missus is getting annoyed.
How are you feeling about today?
I feel good.
So what are you cooking?
I'm cooking wild sea trout with mussels that have been flamed and then just put into like a fragrant curry, so it's not spicy, and that's just going to be done with a quenelle of crab on the top, seaweed done in 2 different ways, crispy one and a jasmine poached one, and then the dessert is pistachios, chocolate and cream cheese. It's also going with something which I love is apple and parsley puree.
With the dessert? Apple and parsley puree with pistachio? New one on me.
New one for me too.
You want your place in the final, don't you?
It's been a hard ride, I'm not going to lie. It's been definitely stressful, but I would love to, absolutely love to. My dishes are the only ones standing in the way. If I fill up, it's my own fault.
Absolutely right. Adam, really excited by your menu. Can't wait to try some new combinations as well.
Thank you very much.
Adam is looking supremely confident with his recipes. They are his style of cooking, 100%.
Adam is making us a seafood dish today, which for me is a first. I've only ever seen him use meat.
I have mussels, trout and crab on one plate of food. All 3 things take completely different times to cook and completely different methods.
He's filleted that fish really well. Let's hope he cooks it, keeps it pink.
He has marinated it in salt and sugar and a little bit of olive oil and lemon, which will extract the excess moisture and make it a firmer texture. Love the idea of mussels with a hint of curry. Adam is flaming the mussels, getting the pan so hot. And that adds a bit of smoky flavour. But if you overdo it, then it will just be acrid and burnt. He's also cooking seaweed in 2 different ways, poaching it in jasmine tea, and then taking some to crisp up in the fryer, so all about textures. Bringing that flavour of the sea to the plate using seaweed, I think, is ingenious.
He's got the crab, which he said he's going to serve the quenelle off on top. And he's poaching his potatoes in kaffir lime leaves, which is interesting.
I've just seen Adam making some potato strings. He's going to deep fry those, and that's going to give texture and height to the dish, which is so important. All of that sounds really, really delicious. Adam is making what he calls a celebration of pistachio. So pistachios in 5 or 6 different ways.
I'm a nut man. I love pistachios. It's a very beautiful dessert if I can get it done in time.
The base of this dessert is going to be a flourless pistachio cake. The last time he made a cake, we were bowled over. It was delicious. Just hope this one is as good. And then some chocolate and praline. I am in heaven. But surprisingly, he is serving it with a puree of green apple and parsley.
This is curious for me because I've not had that mix before. I hope it works.
If I like it, then I'll give him 2 kisses because he must be a genius.
I'm a humble person. There's no ego about me. If somebody's better, fantastic. I'll learn from them. I'm going to give it my all.
Halfway, chefs. Stephen's style is very intricate, always with elegance.
This chef is just improving as he goes along and getting better and better and stronger.
He's relaxed, and you can see that wonderful passion and that repertoire coming through now.
Working at dinner has definitely inspired me. Doing world-class food. What I want from today is to be happy with every element that I stick on that plate. There might not be as many ingredients, but to get those ingredients perfect, I think it's going to be key to this stage of the competition.
So, Stephen, how does it feel to be in the semi-final?
Relishing the prospect of cooking for you both again, and hopefully I'll do enough to get into the final now.
You're cooking with a big smile on your face, and you seem dare I say it, confident.
I'm still nervous underneath, but I know I've got 2 good dishes for you today. I just need to nail it.
Yeah, I like the new Stephen we've seen.
You cook better when you're more relaxed, yes.
Tell us what you're cooking then.
A main course of duck with broccoli is how it's titled. Quite simple, but there's a little bit more going on than that. I've got broccoli ketchup, which I'm putting with a duck. I think it really works well with this main course. I just hope you guys agree.
Broccoli ketchup. I'm looking forward to that, I tell you.
So am I. I'd like to try that.
And the dessert is cheesecake with strawberries. It really wants to be like a wow when it's delivered. Lots of variations of strawberry.
I'm expecting a wow when it's delivered.
This obviously means a lot to you, doesn't it?
It does.
But who else is supporting you here? I mean, do you have family and friends who are rooting for you?
The biggest support I've got is from my wife and my two children. You know, I've sacrificed a lot in my career so far, you know, to get to where I am today. And hopefully, you know, this will give them a slight insider into what I do on a daily basis.
How old are your little ones?
I've got a daughter who's 2.5 and a baby boy who's 9 weeks old. So,
but your wife hates you.
Yeah, you know, they are supportive, but, you know, it's not easy. And I think that's even more important to concentrate on today, to do the best I can to give me every chance to get into the final.
Brilliant. Well, we're going to let you get on because you've got a lot to do.
Thank you.
Stephen is preparing a duck dish for us. He's boned out the duck leg, wrapped it in ham, and put it in the water bath.
He's also using a duck breast, which should be kept very pink. I like my pink with a crispy skin. He's also making a red wine sauce.
Steve is serving variations of broccoli, a broccoli puree, some stork that's been char grilled, and some tender stem broccoli.
After working with Ashley, I've got an element that is quite similar to what he would do. I'm making a broccoli ketchup.
Duck can be a little bit fatty. A ketchup that's got a bit of a kick can cut through that fattiness, and it works beautifully well.
How interesting. I'm looking forward to trying this. Stephen is making a vanilla cheesecake with strawberries. Cheesecake can be very simple, but I think he's got a few tricks up his sleeve.
It's not just your bog standard cheesecake. There's lots of different elements to this dish. You've got strawberry gels, strawberry dried, fresh strawberries. Steve is a clever chef. I'm expecting a piece of art from him.
What I need to do, just a case of going through it in my head, making sure that I'm not going to make a mistake. I think it's going to be a close one today.
Lads, you've got 15 minutes left.
How you doing, Adam? Nearly there?
The last couple of stuff to do, and that's me.
I can see all the stuff all prepared.
I look okay.
Brilliant. Excellent.
How's it going, Stephen?
Good, just getting the finishing touches there now, just checking everything, making sure it's ready. Going to start plating up.
Stay focused. Give us some great plates, Stephen.
You can feel the tension. It's palpable. You can cut it with a knife.
These plates are going to be amazing, and we are going to have a hard time judging. These two are focused. They know how serious this is.
90 seconds, chefs. Come on. Time's up, guys. Well done.
For his main course, Adam has made slow-cooked wild trout on mussels and kaffir lime potatoes in a cream curry sauce. A smoked mussel gel pickled red and crispy green seaweed, topped with a quenelle of white crab mayonnaise and a crispy potato ring.
First off, Adam, presentation, beautiful. It's got height, it's got volume, absolutely stunning.
I expect nothing less from you. I hope it's going to taste as good as it looks.
I love the trout. It's cooked really well, lovely and soft and delicate. The curried mussels in a kind of warm mayonnaise, absolutely bang on. Fruity, spicy, fragrant, really, really good. Potatoes as well, I was a bit dubious of cooking them in cafe lime. Actually, that lime comes through quite well and it works. The crab is lovely and delicious. Seaweed, adding a bit of texture and saltiness to it. It's the flavour of the sea, but with that really fruity curry. And it works. It does work.
For me, the fact that you've cooked your trout that packed, normally it doesn't have much texture to it. It sort of melts in your mouth. But because you marinated it in the sugar and salt, it's drawn that extra moisture out, so it does have texture. If you had rinsed that trout out a bit more, I think it would have been much better. It is too salty, but it's a good dish. The mussels go well with those potatoes. The crispiness from your garnish of the seaweed is all very clever.
For dessert, Adam is serving pistachio cake, topped with a quenelle of pistachio cream cheese, pistachio crumb, served on an apple and parsley gel with chocolate praline ganache.
It's an Adam plate. It's very precise, it's very tidy and artistic. I am curious what your apple and parsley match with chocolate will taste like. You make great cakes. It's light and it's flavoursome and it's not doughy. The apple with the parsley, because it's not so much on here, it's not overpowering, and it's okay, you've just got away with it. Yeah, you learn something every day. A little bit of parsley and apple can work. Adam, if you were to give up your day job, just go make cakes.
My uncle would be bowled over by this cake, and we know what he's like as a pâtissier. Yeah? Heavenly. Absolutely divine. It's one of the lightest cakes I've ever tasted. Amazing. Pistachio crumb as well adds another texture and a bit of height. The cream cheese adds a hint of acidity, which works perfectly with that very rich chocolate and the pistachio cake. It is a very, very fine dessert. 99 out of 100 customers would be more than happy. In fact, we know one particular customer who would be bowled over by this dessert.
The cake thing, that was amazing. Even his uncle would be impressed with that. Oh, that's amazing to hear something like that. So no, I did myself proud.
For his main course, Stephen has cooked breast of Gressingham duck and made a ballotine of a leg wrapped in duck ham. Served with girolles and broccoli 4 ways. Char-grilled tender stem broccoli, a broccoli parmesan puree on braised broccoli stalk, and a broccoli and caper ketchup. His dish is finished with a red wine sauce.
I like your presentation, very similar to what you have done in the past for us. In a line across the plate.
You've spaced it out enough that we can see into your dish. The only problem is it's very clear that your duck is overcooked.
The duck leg, beautiful and moist, absolutely tender, succulent, cooked to perfection. And that duck ham on the outside adds even more duck flavour into it and a hint of saltiness. Really, really good. The grilled stem broccoli is really smoky and tender and sweet. The actual stalk that you've braised has got a little bite to it and full of flavour. That broccoli ketchup, absolutely bang on. Sweet, sour, salty, perfect foil for the duck. Poor. You know what? You're about a minute away from perfection. That duck is slightly overcooked, but otherwise, for me, you had a beautiful plate. Great complex flavours in there. Well done.
Stephen, that ketchup is amazing. It goes so well with the duck. The consistency and the shine and the taste of your sauce is spot on. Every element on this plate, besides the duck, has been cooked really well. It's a good plate. Done yourself proud.
Stephen's dessert is a baked vanilla cheesecake rolled in strawberry crumb. Served with a biscuit base, fresh strawberry balls, macerated strawberries, strawberry gel, and basil.
It's very neat, very appealing to the eye, and you can see all the elements there. Nothing is too overcrowded.
Great colours on your dessert there, Stephen. I'd be happy if I got this out in a restaurant.
Stephen, the cheesecake is absolutely divine. It's as light as a souffle. To get that amount of flavour in a cheesecake being that light, it's quite incredible, actually. The strawberry gel, the macerated strawberries, the fresh strawberries, the basil, all of that works wonderfully well, adding freshness to this dessert. Wonderful.
I really like the fact that you've coated it in that dried strawberry, bit of texture. I do like the strawberry that's been macerated or soaked with a bit of vinegar. It all goes very well together. It's a really good dessert, Stephen. It's really well made.
Stephen, we know you can cook, and I think you've proved that again today. Most definitely.
I definitely feel I'm cooking better as the competition goes on. Today, I felt they were the best 2 plates of food I've put up. Really happy with the feedback I got off, and 2 great chefs.
We asked you to deliver, and you did. Both of you cooked outstanding food today. It's going to be very difficult to make a decision. Thank you. Oh my word, that was exciting, Monica. We knew we were in for a treat, but that was exceptional. That really was.
They worked like true professionals. They know how good each other are, but they were focused on how they had to perform today. These 2 chefs clearly are talented.
There's no real swagger or arrogance coming from them.
They don't need it. They really don't need it, do they? It's in the cooking.
They're professionals. Absolutely professionals on top of their game. Which is what we're looking for. First off, let's talk about Adam. His first dish, that trout that was marinated in salt and sugar to extract moisture and then vacuum packed and slow cooked. Just a few grams of seasoning away from being a perfect dish.
I like the fact that he took on the firing technique from Ashley and tried to adapt it to his dish. This is how we evolve as chefs.
That flourless pistachio cake was heavenly. My word, was that good.
I love Adam's cakes. You know, if someone can make a cake as good as he can and serve it like that, I'm happy. Greg would be happy.
Since the quarterfinals, when me and Stephen first met each other, it's been neck and neck. But they're my dishes. I did myself proud, and I'm actually really happy.
I really enjoyed Stephen's food. His duck dish, it's very clever indeed. His broccoli ketchup, what a great idea. And with duck as well. It had that sweet and sour that you need to accompany a duck dish.
The leg meat, I thought, was superb. It was wrapped in a duck ham. That was really, really good cooking.
Dessert, cheesecake. Sounded very simple, didn't it?
That roll of cheesecake, I think, was very precise. Light as a feather, yet packed a real punch. I thought that was really delicious. Very, very good. I like the way Stephen has progressed. When he first started, he was very nervous, and he was wondering whether or not he deserved to be here. Well, I'd just like to say to Stephen, you more than deserve your place here today, right now, because that was cooking of the highest order.
I think we can both be really proud of what we've done today, and it was a really good battle out there.
They've both achieved exceptional quality, but they have both made a little mistake.
I think also because they've been strong throughout the competition, it makes it harder to decide. Which one can you see winning the competition?
Hand on heart, I think either one could win the competition. They're that good. I see two chefs in front of me like you, it makes me proud to be a chef myself. We have made a decision. You're both going through to the finals.
Fantastic.
Well done.
What a look. Well done.
That was simply amazing. Amazing.
So shocked, so happy to actually be here. It's amazing. My head's all over the place now.
Look. She's happy. I'm happy.
I'm ecstatic to be in the final. It feels great, but it also means, you know, the hard work starts now.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow night, 25-year-olds Tom and David